Hi guys, it's Ben here, to welcome you to another Pro Cycling Manager video. And on this one we are back. We're finally back. I finally found time to recording and I'm really happy to do so. And honestly, looking forward to continuing with our Pro Cyclist, which we are doing right now. Sorry for my absence. Work is pretty much just a bit more of a priority in my life, so I can't give you another excuse than that. I'm gonna try and upload more again, and hopefully I can get to a steady schedule again. That's kind of the goal here. I think I left off mid-recording session last time, so I think the first part of this video will be a part that I recorded 2 months ago. I think the first full stage of this Tirreno, and then after that we are going to continue onwards from the moment I am right now. So those are the last 3 stages, so my voice might change a bit during the video. Yeah, I think that's about it for the intro. Let's get started with Tirreno Adriatico. 22 kilometers, relatively flat, well, pretty much pancake flat to be honest. And it's dangerous. We saw it last time, but I believe that if I adapt my strategies a bit and just don't spend as much on me, but more on the rest, then I should be fine. Outside of stage 1, we have some pretty cool races. We have stage 2 from Camaggiore to Pomerance. This is a hilly one with a punchy finish pretty much. The third stage is relatively hilly, but it ends up in a sprint, I think, because it's too flat and the last hill is too far from the finish line. So I just expect a hilly sprint here, or at least like a sprint with a small group, that's what I mean. The fourth stage is where it's at. We've got the Terminilo to finish on. This is the big one for us. We've got 85 mounted now, so we should win these kind of races. Let's hope we can adapt our strategies a bit to spend our energy more wisely than in UAE, for example, and just use our energy when it's necessary and not when we want to. So that's going to be our main factor to winning this, so let's hope it works out. Stage 5 is hilly again, quite punchy. It's got a really steep hill in the end there, 2 really steep hills. But in the end we should be able to survive this. We don't have the best hill, but neither do the GC competitors against us, so in the end we should be able to survive this and potentially even go for a victory. Stage 6 is flat when it comes to the classification of the stage, but we've got a hill in the final 5 to 10-ish kilometers, and to be honest, we can really try and put the race upside down on that hill, so that's mainly going to be our goal on this one. And then the final stage is a time trial, a flat one in San Benedetto del Tronto, and it's 10 kilometers. It's pretty short, counts as a prologue in Pro Cycling Manager, not in real life, so in general that should work for us. We're not great at it, we're not bad at it, so we should be in the middle of the GC favorites there, so that should be possible. That's pretty much it for the profile. We've got Chirel, Chatou, Fortin, Fraile, Izagirre and Segle with us. Is it the first time we have Izagirre with us? I don't actually know, but I feel like it. He has a +2, so that's great. We've got great form as well. And just in general, let's get started and let's hope we can survive this TTT this time, unlike UAE. I paused it for a second so I could talk about a potential strategy we could use here. I remember from our team time trial, that's such a confusing word, from our team time trials from one-off races and from career mode in a team-based game, that I usually decide the seconds that I put my riders on based on their TT stat -60, so I think I'll do that myself on my own rider here as well. Let's start off the TT and then pause it directly to be able to set our seconds properly. We're not at the front, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm really questioning whether we can do so for the other riders in our squad as well. Doesn't seem like it. Let's take a look. We've got 77 today, so -60, that's 17 seconds on 99. And let's hope that works out. That's pretty much my idea of doing this. I'm hoping that we don't fall off the back of our squad this time around compared to last time. Looks like Mr. Chirel gave up quite easily there. Looks like we're doing a really long turn, but I think that's doable. Let's take a look at the intermediate and decide whether we're doing alright or maybe too hard or too slow. For now we're doing quite well, but it looks like Chirel and such riders are falling off the front way too quickly and are not doing long turns, and that makes my turn relatively much longer, which makes me spend way more energy than my other team members, and I'm afraid that that will not work out in the final section of this TT, so might have to adapt a bit in the end and lower the seconds, but for now it looks like we're recovering quite finely. On the first intermediate we had 8th, so that's a pretty damn great TTT. Happy about that. It looks like we're recovering enough to be able to sustain this till the end of the race, I think. Might actually have to lower the seconds here. I'm not sure yet. Fortune is doing a pretty long turn now. 4.8k to go. I think this is going to be a really close one. I think we're just going to make it. I think we're going to be not even at the front in this race anymore, which is kind of sad. That's pretty disappointing. Unless Sherelle like turns around, but nah, that's good. Anyway, we are 8th again on the finish line, so pretty good team time trial, I'd say. In general, we did quite well. We're not in the top 10, but Ineos takes it home. I think we lose around a minute, which is not great, but it's much better than we did in UAE, because we held on to the team first of all, but outside of that, the team did very well as well. The first rider in the blue Azura jersey is Nicola Conchi. He rides at Ineos now. I didn't notice that. Well, that's a surprise. Froome is already in second. It's crazy. Let's take a look where we landed as a squad. I think it's gonna be somewhere around 10th. Can I see that in team? Most likely. 11th. 49 seconds down, so in general that's a good TTT. I'm happy about that. Didn't lose too much time, and we stayed up there with riders like Nibali and such, so pretty good. The only rider who we really lost time to is His Majesty Froome. Up there, second. Egan Bernal as well here. And outside of that, I don't see any direct favorites in the top 20, 30. Tom Dumoulin also up here, but we lose only like 18 seconds to him. So in general, the only one that we lost a lot of time to is Chris Froome. 4 categorized climbs, if I include the final one, the finishing line. I want to take a look at the overview of teams here to decide what our main competitors are. We've got Chris Froome, we have Soler. I don't know how much Soler has grown, but I expect a lot. I think like 83 or such. Mountain. Richie Port's here, but I think he's going to be pretty low when it comes to mountain stats by now. Lopez has to be up there. Nibali, meh, I'm not sure how high he is. I think he's going to be like 80 or 81. Then Dumoulin's here. We've got Aru, Pouls, and Martin. That's not going to be the most amazing team here, I think. When it comes to the second page, we have nothing utterly spectacular, to be honest. We've got just Chris Froome and Bernal at Ineos and Soler, I think, to care about, and Lopez, of course. Those are the 4 I'm scared about. The rest should be doable. Leader outsider? Who's leader then? Oh, it's us. Okay. I guess we're leader pretty much, but they're just not calling it leader. That's a bit sad. So, we've got nothing really to do at this first part of the race. I think I'm just gonna sit up with all my guys up here. Pretty much a whole group of lads, and then I think I'm going to try and survive the first 2 hills and potentially try something on the second to last one, or hang on and do something on the last one. I just don't want to blow myself up on this one because we've got the Terminillo to really do some damage, but I'd love to take some time off that advantage of Froome before we get to the Terminillo, because the Terminillo is also his best terrain, you know? I don't know, I guess we'll see. So far we've survived quite well. I'm not sure why his Aguirre is spacing, so let's not do that and try and use the others instead to protect me. There we go. Gonna put both of these roughly at the front. We're gonna need them pretty soon. So far we've only lost a max of like 1/3 of our yellows, so in general it's going alright. I do believe that it's not going to be an easy task to beat these squads on the proper mountains coming. Let's do our best. I won't attack yet, even though like most of this group is dead. I think I'll wait till the final climb. There's around 7 kilometers left to ride. I hope that I can get myself to the front a bit more, because for now we're a bit too far to the back to my liking. Looks like Pouls is attacking or pacing for a teammate, but it looks like it's attacking. Going to gradually up my pace here with Izaguirre, but I should be able to hang on myself once Pouls' pace drops. Who is he working for? I don't even know. Is it really for himself? Or someone else at UAE that I don't really see at the moment? No, doesn't seem like it. 4.5 kilometers. I kind of want to regenerate my red at the moment. Energy gel is going on. 3.5. It's going quite well. I'm going to start pacing 85. And potentially follow someone, maybe Froome. That's most likely not the best choice. Sagan's still here and such. I'm honestly not sure who's good here when it comes to these types of finishes. Conchi has grown a lot, 75 mountain. Holy crap. Bernal's up here as well. Looks like Froome's protecting someone, or is he just moving to the front just because? I don't know. I'll just try and follow him for now, and think that's going to be pretty much it because we don't have energy to fly past him here. 500 meters, I'm going to try and go myself. There we go, Froome versus, looks like Sagan takes it. Okay, never mind. Damn it, Peter Sagan, that's crazy. Gonna finish top 5 or top 6? Top 5 it seems. 5th, right there. Not bad for this kind of stage, but slightly hoped for more. Holy crap, it's weird seeing him in a Corendon shirt. Peter Sagan. Anyway, let's take a look at the overall standings and see what changed there. Yeah, a lot of team majors fell through. That's the first thing we notice. It looks like Chris Froome took a bit of time from the stage on us. When it comes to bonus seconds, most likely, he also flew past Conchi, his teammate. Greg van Avermaet is in the climber classification. How did he do that? Was he in the breakaway? I don't even know. Not gonna lie, I think there's only a very small margin between us and the top 10. Indeed, we're 11th. 53 seconds, a second behind the top 10. So when it comes to positions, we're closing in. When it comes to time, we are losing ground towards Chris Froome, but closing in on some other people that, well, passing some other people pretty much like Egan Bernal and such, but it looks like he's working for Chris Froome, I guess. The next stage is relatively flat. We've got a small hill near the finish line there on like 30 kilometers before the line, but honestly don't think we can do much here. It's going to be sitting up in the peloton. If something magically falls in our lap, we're going to try and take advantage of it, but I don't think this is going to be the stage that we get closer to Chris Froome. I've actually forgotten to mention this so far, but when it comes to GC, we need to get a top 5 for our manager. I believe that's fairly possible. If I look at the riders ahead of us, we can definitely beat 5 or 6 of those with utter ease. Like Conchi, Alarcon, Asgreen, Lutsenko, Ciccone, those guys are definitely possible. What's Soler's mountain, by the way? Can't see it at the moment. Alarcon, can't see it. Ciccone, 77. Nibali's on 82, we've got Froome on 82, we've got Dumoulin on 82, and then we have Lopez on 84. So technically on paper, Lopez is the most dangerous guy for us, but then again, we're much better in TT, so should be able to beat him either way. Yeah, Froome is going to be the dangerous one with the TT, I think. Looks like Van Avermaet actually did go in the breakaway yesterday, because he's in there again today. Pretty strong breakaway then. Or actually, he's been lowered a lot in stats when it comes to his age, probably because he's like 73 flat, 72 hill, 76 cobble only, so damn, what a demeanor. That's pretty sad. Outside of Van Avermaet's decline, we are 10 kilometers before the finish line. Break is almost caught. We're relatively to the front of the group, but this stage is not ours, that's for sure. It's gonna be a sprint stage. I'm not sure what sprinters are here, but I guess we're going to be watching it from the first line in a second here. Final kilometer, we've got Hodge against Sagan on the right. Sagan versus Gaviria. And Sagan looks like he'll take it, or does he die on the line? It looks like Gaviria's coming close, but Sagan takes it today. Once again, Gaviria second. Caleb Ewan comes in third. We're going to come in somewhere near that top 20, I think. I'm actually not sure where we are. There we go. I think that's a top 30 pretty much. Something changed in GC because we're now 10th, so we jumped into top 10. Not sure who fell out of there though, because I can't really see it on first glance. Nah, I don't know. Honestly, don't have a clue. Against Sagan today, we finished 31st. Not even sure who fell out of that top 10, to be honest. Honestly, do not have a clue. Lutsenko did. Yes, he was up there. I remember now. Here we go. Terminilo, the 4th stage of Tirreno. Finally, this is what we were waiting for. And it honestly fits as best as a rider. 85 mountain. We should be able to win the stage. I say this every mountain stage now, but we're the best mountain guy in the world. So there's literally no excuse for us losing mountain stage at this point. I hope we can beat these top guys. This is the first time we actually have to fight against guys like Froome, Lopez and such on a real mountain finish. Let's give it a try. Can't say more than that at the moment. The first part of the race was honestly not that interesting, so I skipped forward and we are now at the bottom of the Terminilo. This is where it starts. 16 kilometers, well 14 kilometers, I can't read, of madness. I'm relatively at the front of the group. I don't want to put that high of an effort yet because my goal initially is to survive at the front of the group with the other favorites. I don't want to do the same thing that I did in the UAE Tour where I set up a train and just went for it way too early. So for now, just staying here, trying to keep our energy safe and react to the other favorites attacking later on and hopefully surviving quite nicely in their wheel. That's our goal. 85 mountain, 86 on the day, if that's even possible. This should be a good one. Both Sunweb and Ineos are setting up a really high pace and it's not exactly helping us that well. What is Zagiri doing? He's protecting us, but in the meanwhile, Freile is also protecting us. Not sure what's happening, but I guess I'll use Freile fast because then I have a bit left on Izagirre. Kemna's pretty much done, so I think it's almost the time that we need to be at the front to answer on potential attacks. Oh, Chiccone's attacking. Lambrecht, we've got Dumoulin, Soler, Froome. I am a bit too far to the back. That is not good. I just try and keep ourselves at a steady pace. We're still with Froome. Soler's attacking. Woods, Martinez, Nibali, Lopez. Froome now going. We're a bit far behind, but I'll try and catch up to their wheel with Izagirre here. And that should not be an issue, I think. There we go. Closing in. And we're almost in their wheel. We are in their wheel. And I'm just going to sit up in their wheel now. Let's see. Is anyone attacking? Looks like Bernal's moving to the front to pace for Froome. And 27 people are back together. The break is most likely going to take the stage. Not going to lie, but I'm not exactly too afraid of the breakaway. We've got Calmejón going. Not really a danger for us at all. 6 kilometers and we've got some movement, but it's not exactly the biggest of movements. So I think I'll try and go myself at a 70 pace now. 5 kilometers, that should be possible. And I'm going to actually go 85 because nobody is following me. Now Lutsenko's reacting. We've got some movement. Let's try and zoom out a bit. 4.8 to go. I think 85 will work well, or just like 78. Bernal's trying to close the gap. Paolo's up there as well. Looks like he's grown a lot then. Lopez, Froome and Bernal with us. We're moving up towards that group that attacked earlier. Going to try and sit up because we now have Bernal doing the work. Is anybody going to try and attack on me again? Ah, that was a bad move. Why are we getting left behind here? Let's try and get past people. Let's use Effort Caster to move back to the group because we got caught behind because of some blocking. Froome's pretty much riding away with Lambrecht and Lopez. Come on. Why are we getting blocked all the time? So annoying. Second time on the climb so far, and it's definitely bad for us. 88. Gonna lose time today, and it's honestly, I'm gonna blame the blocking. We're on his wheel and Lambrecht blocked us twice. I'm gonna try and move up on 94, but Froome's gonna take the stage most likely. 800 meters. I do believe we can pass Lopez here. It's gonna be really close though. There we go. Chris Froome's gonna take it and pretty much executes everybody for the overall of Tirreno. We come in second. Should bring us into the top 5 for a manager, but utterly disappointing. And yeah, I kind of blame the blocking. Like, the moment they rode away with Froome and Lopez, we were blocked, and that's why we're not in their wheel at that point. Then a few seconds later, we get blocked trying to move back to them. So, this is just a bit sad, isn't it? Same time as Lopez, so I think with the bonus seconds we fly past him. Or not, we actually don't. Wait a second, we don't. Exactly, third in GC, we're now 10 seconds behind Lopez. A minute 32 behind Chris Froome, so not sure how we can turn that around. It ain't gonna be easy, that's for sure. At least with us in white jersey. That's something, looks like Lopez grew out of that. Anyway, let's not keep on complaining, let's get into it again and try and beat Froome on some of his terrains that he doesn't like too much. Hilly terrains maybe, I don't know. He's not excellent on them, we've got more hill stats, so should be able to do something to him, but he's in blue, he's got that leader's jersey power, and I'm honestly not sure we can beat him considering there's a TT coming at the end of this race. As mentioned at the start of the video, this is me 2 months later, and we're going to continue onwards with the 5th stage right now. We are 3rd in GC, I had to check for a second because I totally forgot. And we are 10 seconds down on Miguel Angel Lopez. We are also a minute 32 down on Froome. That will be pretty hard to come back to because we've got a flat stage and a time trial. And yeah, he's not a bad time trialist, me neither, but just don't think I've got that much of a gap on him to go 1 minute 32 past Froome. Maybe on this stage I can get some time back, but I feel like it is possible to beat Lopez though. So top 2 should be possible and the manager will be happy with that. Try to make the race a bit harder by putting Chateau at the front, but so far it hasn't done too much damage. 102 people still in here, so I think it's going to be a matter of the last few hills We've got some steep climbs in there, some black bars there, so that is going to be an insane ending climb. Then again, I find it hard to see the difference between the black bars and the generic landscape color because, yeah, the contrast is just not that great. Final 16k is incoming, and that includes the final few hills. I don't have enough yellow in my liking, and I feel like Froome will have more. Let's try and see if he does. Observe him, and he has like almost all his yellow. Yeah, the train might not have been the best tactic for this. I'll just use the excuse that I haven't played PCM in 2 months, but should have known that. Can we hang on a bit? And preferably not lose time to Lopez on the stage for sure. We're going to try and do so with KICKR right now once Chirel is done. There we go. Froome's moving up on the right. We're losing way too much energy to my liking. Lopez is moving up. We've got an attack of Nassen on the left. We're still okay, and the group is kind of thinning out, so that gives us an opportunity to rest a bit, but it also gives that opportunity to the others, of course, and Ineos is not liking that. That's pretty obvious right now because Conchi's coming to the front. I obviously can't follow the attacks of Froome and such here, so let's try and follow him once he actually decides to do something instead of just disbasing. I don't know. Don't think I can follow an attack at the moment. They are attacking kinda, are they? Let's see. I think I'm relatively fucked. I just don't want Lopez to get anything out of this. But I'm afraid he's already doing that. Can I move towards Froome's wheel? Not yet. Froome waited a bit on our group, but Lopez seems to be dying, which is a bit of an advantage. Yeah, I'm already sprinting, but I'm already gonna lose the gap here, so that is not great. We're gonna lose time today to Lopez, and a lot because of this cobble section. We just spent too much energy throughout the stage, I think. And it's all my fault. I should have not spent too much time on that train and focus more on the ending here, because it really seems to happen on the final climb of this. Yeah, that's gonna be a really difficult TT now because I want to get past Lopez, of course. And let's hope Bernal didn't get past us in GC either. I don't know. Let's take a look in a second. Oh crap, this is not that great because now Dumoulin is third. Bernal's fourth, so we dropped from third to fifth. We're like a minute from Miguel Angel Lopez now. I think we're gonna have to go for like fourth or maybe stay on fifth because we're surely staying in top 5. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. I don't think anyone from the next 10 riders behind us can actually do a TT that great that they pass us. I could potentially pass Bernal, but I'm not sure about that either. Don't know how much he has grown when it comes to time trial. Should be feasible. 72 TT and we've got like 77. No, 75 only. Dumoulin, not gonna happen. Lopez, maybe. It's a minute though, so it's still a long while, and I don't know. It's not exactly the longest TT, so it's most likely gonna be prologue driven, and he's better in that than us, or not. Where are we? We're here. I'm blind. Yes, he is better at prologue than us. I don't know, man. He might actually have the better of us on this, so let's get into that flat stage first. We're kind of getting lucky that our manager doesn't want a top 3 but a top 5, so that's the good part. On the other end, it's a bit sad that we can't really do what we should be doing with our stats, because with these stats we should be winning Tirreno for sure. Pretty much fucked it on the Terminilo, and this last stage didn't help for sure. This stage, flat one, a bit of a hilly ending, so I could potentially try something, but I don't think it's going to be enough to drop the likes of Sagan and Gaviria. Gaviria maybe, Sagan most likely not. Well, there's one advantage to losing the white jersey. Bernal now has it, and we can wear our wonderful, wonderful World Championship jersey again. So, really happy about that. It's been a while since I saw that, and I sincerely hope it's going to help us. We're going to need it. Yeah, nothing happened in the stage so far, so just skipped forward last 10 kilometers and we are at the front with our train. Gonna try and benefit off of this small bump in the road here. It's not starting yet, so I'm going a bit too early. Let's lower that towards 85 again and then go with someone, I guess. I don't know, I don't feel like we can really attack on it, but you never know until you try. So let's try and go all out with Segler right now and then pause it for a second to switch to Shirel. I don't trust not pausing it at the moment because my mouse is kind of broken and scrolling to put the effort up does some weird stuff. So that's why I'm doing it with clicking today. Come on, come on, come on. Don't think this is going to be that big of a difference. Or if it's even going to give us anything right now. There we go. Going straight into the downhill. And Shirel, you need to stop because otherwise you're bringing the other guys a bit back. If they're even on a gap, to be honest. Fortune ahead of us. And we've got a bit of an uphill section again. This is the last spot. And I should just attack, really. I'm going to sneak attack this. And we are gone with Wellens. Is that true? I don't know if acrobatic descent is going to help us here, but why the hell not? Why would we not try that? It's always awesome to try that stuff. Oh, I just switched my camera by accident. I can't see anything. Where am I? Oh god, that's not good. What just happened? Did we just stop or anything? That sucks. Maybe because of the downhill ending. Either way, we're not in a good position. Let's try and follow your boy Christoph on the left here. And see if that helps for anything. We can try and sprint, but I don't think we're going to do that great in a sprint. Might get top 10 actually. That's going to be Gaviria taking it ahead of Sagan today, or is Ewan going to beat Sagan on the line? It is going to be Ewan beating Sagan on the line, and we're going to come into the top 10. Yeah, I think we're 8th. Freiler actually beats us. Damn, what a sprint there. He's not that terrible at it. He's got some acceleration as well, so that explains we're only here with 60 sprint today. The hill didn't really help us in the end, but we tried, so that's the only thing we can do on these kind of stages. This time trial is going to help us a bit more, but it's going to be difficult because 10 kilometers means that it mainly runs on prologue, not that much on the time trial stat. So it's kind of disappointing because it won't help us too much there. Nonetheless, let's get into it and try and make the best of it. Hopefully we can get past Bernal, but in the end, 4th or 5th, it doesn't really matter to me personally. Just a bit of a prestige race, I guess. Here we go, the last 5 riders are on, and that's including me. Now, I don't know how to set my rider because we don't have previous riders to base it on, so it's a bit of a guess at the start of this TT, and hopefully I don't need to change it too much throughout the race. I think that's going to be okay, but I might have to go a bit faster because I seem to be having a bit of yellow left over, so 77 maybe. That is almost the first time check. Let's up it towards 79 because we've got too much energy left, and our first time check is... I'm on Bernal for some reason. 75th, holy crap, that's bad. Let's try and up it a bit. Towards 80 maybe? We're not losing too much yellow yet. Think I'm kind of getting back now. And I'll drop it towards 79 now. And try and make the best of this. I'm kind of scared of Bernal. I feel like he's closer to us than we are to Lambrecht there. Final kilometer. Come on, come on, come on. I need to lower it a bit towards 77. And the last section, there we go. That's 99 it. And we get, I can't see it, 48th. That's pretty terrible, to be honest. Bernal's gonna do better. No, he isn't. Okay, but it isn't the difference that we wanted. So in the end, this TT didn't do much for us. We just stayed the same pretty much. After this stage, we have Tom Dumoulin second in GC, Lopez and Bernal are 3rd and 4th. We finish off 5th, good for the sponsor, but not that great for my mental state because I believe we could have done much better, but I just didn't play good enough. Let's hope we can get back into it properly and hopefully strive towards a good Grand Tour in this playthrough because that's our main goal this season, a Grand Tour. I think it's a Giro, I don't remember. In the next episode, we're going to be striving towards Catalonia. After that, we got Pays Vasco, so Basque Country. Then we've got Amstel, Flesh, LBL, and then the Giro indeed. So I'm looking forward to that. Hope you're as well. Gonna try and fly through these next 2 playthroughs of Catalonia and Pays Vasco. Looking forward to the Hill Classics. I think that's about it for this one, and I hope to see you guys the next time. If you did like this one, tap that like button. If you didn't, tell me what's wrong, make it better for you next time. Goodbye, guys.